Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to give you an update on the college fund campaign we have going on. And at this point this morning, we're sitting at $400, which it's been about 4 days, so it's roughly about $100 a day, which is fantastic, absolutely awesome. So I wanted to thank you all for giving to that, and wanted to continue to encourage to give. It doesn't have to be a huge donation, doesn't have to be $100, doesn't have to be $50. I mean, you can give a dollar for all I care. If 100 people give 100, I'd love it if 100 people gave $100. That would be fantastic. But if 100 people gave $1, we'd have $100. So just give no matter what the amount is, whatever you can. And I hope you feel led to give. I know I've had a lot of people ask me some questions, or not a lot of people, but I've had a few people ask me some questions, and I said in my last video that if you had any questions to ask me, and I'd cover them in my video updates, and so I'm going to cover a question today. And the question was, why don't I just go ahead and get a student loan and take care of my schooling and start, instead of raising money? And I'd love to cover that. It's actually something very exciting in my life. So I'm kind of glad I get to share about it. But roughly 2.5 years ago, my wife and I realized that we were in debt by a pretty good extent. We had some student loans that we were paying off, and totaled a little above $40,000. And paying those monthly payments just wasn't working for us. We were barely scraping by doing those payments and everything. And we just didn't want to be doing that for the rest of our lives. We had both heard of Dave Ramsey and heard of his plan, and decided to read more into him and read more into what his process of getting out of debt. And the more we read, the more we realized that, man, that's what we want. You know, and in 30 years from now, we don't want to be sitting in debt, making car payments and house payments like everybody else. We want to live like no one else now, so that we can live like no one else later. And so that really just lit a fire under us, and I took on a couple jobs. So I think at one time I was working about 3 jobs, and it took us a little. I think it took us about 2 years. But 2 years later, we were completely debt-free. We had paid off all of our student loans. We had paid off everything. So as of April of 2014, we no longer have any car payments, house payments. We have no debt whatsoever. We're completely 100% debt-free, which is phenomenal, and it's an awesome feeling. And so that is why I don't want to go back in debt. It took me 2 years of working 3 jobs to pay off $40,000 of student loans. And I believe, personally, that there's better ways of doing things than just the norm. In my mind, the norm would be to go out and get student loans and do college and then be stuck paying it off. There's a statistic out there, and you'll have to forgive me, I can't remember the statistic. I know that's terrible, but it basically states that the majority of college students, upon graduating, can't even afford to pay their monthly student loan payment with the jobs they got from their college. So that kind of, I believe, is a sign right there that the current way of doing things isn't working well. So I want to do things differently. I don't want to go back in debt. I spent 2 years working 3 jobs to get out of it. I don't want to go back into it. My wife and I both have decided that from here on out, that we're not going back into debt for that, or anything for that matter, actually. So that's why I'm not just going out and getting a student loan. I believe in a different way. And, you know, it's going to be a struggle. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that don't believe or don't feel the same way about debt as I do, and I get that. But I know that there are people out there that do feel the same way I do, and maybe are encouraged by what I'm doing, or maybe they've been down the same road and they're debt free now, and you know they have money to give, and they're going to be able to give because they have a similar story. I'm not sure, but it's possible. But I believe in a different way of living, and so I'm going to try this, and you know, why not? I mean, why not try? Why not try something different? My wife always says that I think out of the box. You know, I'm always thinking of new ways of doing things, and so this is one of those ways. And I'm not trying to get out of it, you know, without putting in an effort. You can ask my wife. You can ask anyone that knows me. I work hard. I think working 3 jobs for 2 years to pay off student debt will tell you that I work hard. So I'm not just sitting here expecting everyone else to fund me. But anyways, I hope that answers that question. And anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for believing in this campaign. Thank you for believing in me. We're going somewhere. We're going to do great things, and I hope you guys are along for the journey. It will be a journey, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see how God uses you specifically watching this right now in this, whether it's your prayers or you sending $1, whatever that may be. I love you guys. Thank you for everything, and we'll catch you later. I'll see you here probably 24 hours or so when I do my next update. Thank you.